Good morning, scrappy friends. Suzanne here in the studio today to talk about Close to My Heart's newest VIP customer special, the Close to My Heart VIP Flower Shop Card Kit. You can see the flyer here. The kit includes one very sturdy paperboard storage box, 15 pre-printed card bases, 3 tab dividers saying thank you, birthday, and every day. You can always flip those over if you wanted to use something else on those. 15 envelopes. An acrylic block, a black ink spot, and this nifty set of sentiments. There are 13 sentiments on here. There are several repeats in each of the 2 different fonts. You have a nice sort of block font and then this very scripty, fun, sort of hand-drawn font. The sentiments include hello friend, thank you, best wishes, happy birthday, congratulations, just because, you're the best, thinking of you. So there you have those. This is really a good deal for VIPs because the card kit is only $29.95, and even with shipping and tax here in Indiana, it would be a total of $34.59. But of course, you have to be a VIP to get it, which means you get a 15% discount to be used on further purchases. So if I take 15% of that, of the $29.95, that's $4.49. So that gets my cost down to just about $30 or $2 per card. You can hardly beat that, can you? Let's look at the individual cards and why I think scrapbookers need these as well. I took each of the cards and I just upped it a little bit. And I did that using mostly leftover bits and bobs from my bits and bobs tray of things that have been collecting on my desk as I've been doing some scrapbooking. So here we have the first card that says thank you. And all I've done is simply add a couple of enamel dots. Close to My Heart gives you 21 of these little banner pieces. So if you do a little boo-boo, then that's no big deal. You have some extras. I like that they each have different colors too. There's 4 or 5 different colors of the outline on those. Here's another one. On here, all I have done is to add just a little bit of shimmer brush, clear to the leaves, and then a little bit of wisteria to the middle of the flower. I don't know if the camera will pick up the shimmer. I want to remind you about a couple of tips on your shimmer brushes. Here's my growing collection of shimmer brushes. But once these have set a while, you need to remember to shake them well. At first, when you shake it, all you hear is the liquid, but you want to continue to shake until you hear the itty-bitty ball bearings in there. Am I making you dizzy? Let me do that off camera. Now, can you hear? Yes, that's when you know it's ready to use. It's properly mixed. Those shimmer brushes are a good deal too. If you want to start out, I would recommend getting the clear. And you could have used that to add something to all of these cards for very little cost per card. Here's another one. I had some old Close to My Heart wood banners, so I substituted a wood banner. You can see that that little sentiment fit on there very nicely. It gives a little more dimension. Here you'll recognize the Close to My Heart itty bitty black bits. Bitty bursts, I think they're called actually. So there's those. That's just a little something something for that card. That looks nice. In my bits and bobs box, I had a, this is actually a doily transparency. So I added that to this card and the thinking of you sentiment. I think that goes very nicely. If you wanted to get double the amount of cards out of this, if you have your own cards bases at home, you could cut this and then have actually 30 of these front panels to use on your cards. Sometimes I can be a bit of a lazy card maker, so that's why I'm not showing you bringing out any other tools. I'm just adding bits and bobs. Here's the other half of this, and then some Bluebell shimmer pearls. Those look nice. Here you, excuse me, here you'll see some acrylic pieces left over from the Isabella line. This may be my favorite card. Just a couple little extra bits is all it takes to really up the card's impact. Here is some more of the really old, close to my heart wood elements. These actually have that shiny gloss on them. That's how old they are. Here I have two birds and a butterfly. Isn't that cute? That's a very fun one. No one says you're limited to using just one sentiment on a card. Here I've done hello friend and thinking of you. It is very easy to take these sentiments and put them on your block, bending them the other way. That is not a problem at all. And then you can see, and when you get it just right, and when you're done, you pop it off, it's going to go back to its original shape. See? Can you see? It popped right back to its original shape. So don't feel bad about contorting your sentiments a little bit. So there's that one. On this one also, since these banners were white and there's no white in this card at all, I pulled out a Copic marker and just gave it just a little bit of color. And I think that works really well. If you don't really have Copic markers, I'd suggest getting just the couple that are the cool gray and the warm gray for when you need to change the tone of the paper a little bit. That works really well. I think this one turned out fun. Of course, we can get a little more cockeyed, can't we? Here we have the sentiment on an angle with a piece of acrylic in the shape of a heart. I like that a lot. You can never have too much of a good thing, right? Here I've used 3 of these banners, popped the middle one up on some 3D thin foam tape, and added a couple of Bluebell glitter gems too. Isn't that pretty? I like that one. Speaking of leftovers from old scrapbook workshops, here is a piece I had stamped for one of the National Scrapbook Day packages, I think. So I just added my thinking of you there, along with another little heart that had been stamped, and added a little Bluebell pearl. So I'm really getting my Bluebell supplies used up for sure. Then I also found some card sentiments, thinking of you. Here's an old one. Again, this was white, so I used a Copic marker to kind of get them to be a little closer in color. And here we have a piece of faux wood grain element. It's actually chipboard. That's coming up in the November-December catalog. So there's a little sneak peek for you for that. Here's another idea. I cut the banner into 2 pieces, and I'm using it more like an award. This would be great if you were going to do congratulations, but I had this thinking of you, and like I said, I'm using what I have. I'm not adding a lot of time to making these cards up, but I am getting a little more impact with each card. And then, of course, I also had some different banners in my stash that were sitting in that bits box. So here I've used this one, and because it had the little gold tone grommet there, I added some gold shimmer brush to just 3 of the flowers in a visual triangle. Isn't that fun? So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I have done with these cards. Wouldn't this be a great gift for somebody who's not really a card maker but could use some cards on hand to be able to thank teachers? It would also be a fun kids activity, I think. And at less than $2 a card, plus a few things from your stash, you can really, really up your card making game. Okay, that is all I have for today. Thanks so much for your time and attention. I hope to see you back here soon. Bye for a bit.